Hello there, and welcome to episode 3 of the Empowered and Abundant podcast. And today we're going to be talking about money management myths. And we're going to start to get into the tangible side of money and abundance. Now, in previous episodes, I've talked about your relationship with money, healing wounds of scarcity and not enoughness. And this is the foundation of transforming your relationship with money and therefore transforming your life. But like I mentioned in episode 1, there are 5 steps to creating an abundant life. And it's a combination of the intangible aspects of money and the tangible aspects of money. And in order to fully step into your abundance, you need both the intangible work and the more tangible work. And in fact, these two aspects go hand in hand to create a really powerful transformation. And so today we're going to dig more into these tangible aspects around actually managing your money, why it's important, the impact that it has, and the myths around it that can actually keep you stuck and hold you back from stepping into your next level of abundance. So let's dive in. Now, your money, as we've talked about before, is how you create your reality. It is a tool for manifestation. And the truth is that you are already in control of your life. You're in control of your life and you are in control of your money, even if it might not feel that way. For some of you, you might feel like money is in control of you. Money is holding you back from living the life you want to live. You're making decisions based on money. Money is saying yes, money is saying no, as opposed to it being the other way around and feeling like you're in control of your money. But the truth is that whether you feel like you're in control of your money or not, you are. And let me explain this to you. Because you are the one that chooses how to spend money. And you are also the one that chooses how to make money. Those are all choices that you make, whether you are aware of them or not, whether they are conscious or not, whether they feel like they have to be made or not, it is still you making that choice. And sometimes it can feel like, well, yes, Scarlett, like I have to pay my rent and I have to pay my water bill, but like I don't want to do those things. That's not my choice. But at the end of the day, you are the one taking your money and spending it the way that you were spending it. You're the one choosing to spend it on rent or put it towards your water bill or put it towards other things, right? You are the one moving that money and making those choices and making those decisions, whether you think they're things you want to be spending on or not, it is still about you. And as a result, you are the one in control of your life. And in fact, you are creating your life every single day with how you spend your money, because your money is a tool for manifestation. How you spend your money is how you are manifesting your life. If you want to manifest an apartment with big windows so that you can have good sunlight for all your plants, boom, spend money and get that apartment. If you want to manifest a coffee into your life, spend money, boom, you have that coffee. If you want to have a trip to Greece and travel and enjoy your life and have a vacation, spend money, boom, you got it. Money is how we manifest our current reality. But so many of us are not being conscious of our money. We're not wielding the power of our money. And therefore, what we're doing is we're surrendering our power and our control over our lives. And as a result, not only do we feel like money is controlling us, but our ability to manifest the lives that we want feels totally impossible and out of our control. But instead, when you wield the power of your money consciously in alignment with the life you want to live and move your money towards what you want, that's how you manifest that life with aligned action. One example I like to use is because this isn't about manifesting more money. Now, granted, when you do this work, you can and will manifest more money, but I'm talking about wielding the power of the money that you already have. And so many of you are waiting until you have more money. You're like, someday when I have more money, then I will live the life I want to live. Then I will wield this power. Then I will be conscious and intentional and strategic with my money. But right now, I don't really have enough money, so there's no point in wielding this power. There's no point in managing my money because there's nothing to manage. And this is something that is holding you back and keeping you stuck, right? It's like, why would the universe give you more of something if you're not taking care of what you already have? Right? We have to learn how to wield the power that we already have. That way we can create the space to wield more of it, to be the steward for more money. Because imagine this, imagine that you only had 24 hours to live. And that was it. And you knew you only had 24 hours to live. Imagine how you would spend that 24 hours. You would be so conscious and intentional and strategic with every single minute of that day. You'd be like, okay, I want to spend 1 hour with my family. I want to spend 1 hour skydiving. I really want to go see these friends and these loved ones. And I really want to go to the beach. And I really want to do this, that, and the other. And I don't want to do these other things because I don't have time for them and they're not important to me, right? And that's being intentional with the time that you have. Now imagine doing that with your money, with the money that you currently have. Imagine you only have $100 to spend and that's it. How are you going to spend that money? What is most important to you? What are your priorities? What are your values? What is the vision of your life that you want to live? And instead of waiting for the future when suddenly you have more to live that life, how can you use the money that you have to live that life now? And when you do that, that is when you step into abundance and that's when you open up the door for more. But more doesn't matter if you're not wielding the current power of your money, right? You're just going to take whatever your current relationship is with money and expand it if you add more money to it, right? So if you're already feeling stressed, if you feel like you don't have enough, if you feel like money's controlling you, if you have to say no to things and you can't say yes to the things that you want because of money, and then you add more money to it, none of those things go away. Your whole money situation stays the same. If anything, it just expands everything you're currently feeling, which is why transforming your relationship with money first is the key. So that when you do open up the door for more, more actually comes in, right? This is the secret. This is the key to living an abundant life. It's learning to wield the power of your money and live that abundant life now. So, what do I mean when I say wield the power of your money? What I mean is learning to look at, track, and manage your money. To look at, track, and manage your money. Like this is a tangible practice that you have to do in your life in order to step into this next level of abundance. And there are certain money management myths that I often hear that I just want to take some time to dispel here, and it's important. Now, it's so common. I hear the idea that managing your money is restricting, right? People don't want to budget. I don't want to look at my money. I don't want to manage my money. If I manage my money, then I'm going to be restricted. It's like budgeting. I don't want to budget. I don't want to diet. It's like dieting with your money. I don't want to be restricted with my money. Okay, I get it. I get that you don't want to be restricted, but let me tell you this, not managing your money is actually restricting you more. not managing your money creates more financial stress because we don't know what's happening with our money. And so our brain just makes up all these scenarios and stories and beliefs and fears. And we feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough to live. I don't have enough to survive. I need to penny pinch. I need to spend less. I need to work more. I need to work more hours or make more money or get a raise or get a full-time job and quit my business. I can't afford to live my life, right? But all of those stories, they aren't based off of anything. It's just ideas. It's just our mind playing out our emotional roller coaster reaction to what we think is going on with our money. But it's not based on the actual picture of our money. And same with when we feel like we have a lot of money. Maybe you get paid and you look at your bank account and you're like, woo, I'm rolling in it. I'm going to treat myself to a coffee and a dinner out. I got plenty of money. And then what happens? 2 weeks later, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm penny pinching again. I don't have enough. And we're just riding this up and down volatile roller coaster of binging and then dieting and binging and dieting and spending and then restricting, right? And that is stressful. It is stressful to live that way, to feel like no matter how much money you're bringing in, it never seems to be enough and never seems to bring you to that long-term, sustainable financial freedom and safety and stability that you're desiring. This is why managing your money doesn't create more financial stress and doesn't create more restriction, but in fact, managing your money creates more freedom. Managing your money creates more freedom and it eliminates money stress. Because when you manage your money, what's happening is you are getting a crystal clear picture of what is actually happening with your money. You can see it on paper. This is how much I have coming in. This is how much I have going out. And yes, I can afford to live my life, or I got to make some changes in order to live my life. But nothing's just like out in the open. Nothing's left to the imagination for your imagination to run wild with. I love to say and use this analogy of sometimes you keep your money in the closet. You're like, I'm gonna keep you hidden in the closet, keep you in the dark. I'm not gonna look at you because I'm afraid of this monster in the closet. I'm afraid of facing this monster. But a monster in the closet grows because it is left to the imagination, and your imagination is going to run wild with it. Your imagination is going to be like, oh my gosh, that thing's 10 feet tall, has these big teeth, it's really scary, right? And this is your financial situation. You're like, oh my gosh, I have so much debt, it's just accumulating, I'm never going to get out of it, I don't have enough, I'm so afraid to look at it, to face it. But what happens when you take that monster out of the closet and bring it into the light? You realize, oh, it's actually only 3 feet tall and it's really not that scary, right? And it might be uncomfortable and it might be intimidating and you might feel like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to look at this, right? That's why you've been avoiding it. But once you look at it, most of the time, my clients recognize that the situation isn't as bad as they thought. And that alone eliminates tons of money stress, even if the financial situation doesn't change. And then, even if the situation is, not great, now, because you can see what's happening, you can do something about it. You are now in control of it. You can start to make decisions and take action to change the situation. But until you see what the situation actually is, you can't do anything about it. At least not in a way that's long lasting because you're not basing your decisions based on accurate information. And listen, just looking at your bank account doesn't really give you a lot of information because your bank account is always changing. Money's flowing in, money's flowing out. you're getting paid, bills are getting paid, and it changes. It changes all the time. So simply looking at your bank account on any random given day doesn't give you a clear picture of your current financial situation. It doesn't tell you if you're surviving or if you're not surviving. It doesn't tell you if you're abundant and thriving versus barely getting by and penny pinching. Because it's not about the amount of money in your bank account. That's just a snapshot of an instant. It's about the overall flow of your money. It's about zooming out and looking at the big picture, about really seeing clearly what is going on with your money. Because when you do that, that's when you have power and control over your money. Okay, so managing your money doesn't restrict you, but it actually creates more freedom. Because the other piece is that often you're leaving money on the table. Often you have more money than you think, and often when we don't know what's happening with our money and we're feeling stressed about money, we end up restricting ourselves all the time. I'm sure you know what this feels like when you're like, "Ooh, I don't have much coming in right now. I better not do this, that, and the other. Oh, I'm not going to spend on this thing. I'm not going to buy the thing that's important to me. I'm not going to take care of myself. I'm not going to go grocery shopping," right? You restrict yourself a lot when you're in financial stress. But what if you looked at your money and realized, oh, wait a second, I can always afford to eat healthy. I can always afford to feed myself. I can always afford to pay my rent. I can afford the things that are a priority for me, and I can choose what is a priority for me, and I can move my money around and make decisions with my life to always prioritize what is most important, even if I only have a little bit of money. Right? That is what freedom truly is making choices with your money. Again, it's like that 24 hours in a day. It's very different to feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough time and I have no control over my time and I'm just going to spend it everywhere and do everything. And at the end of the day, it feels like it's not enough. And I didn't use my time wisely. I didn't use my time to prioritize what's really important to me. Same with your money. If you have a certain amount right now, how are you going to use it? How are you going to make sure you're intentional with every dollar of it so that you can live the life you want to live right now? So, this is the solution to this problem of money stress and feeling like you don't have enough is learning to feel empowered when it comes to your money. And this is by learning to use the money that you already have to manifest the life that you want to live. Because money is an expander. When you spend your money intentionally and consciously in alignment with what you want, and in alignment with the life that you want to live, you create more of that in your life. And this is an unfolding cycle. Every time you spend money in alignment with the life you want to live, it's like you're planting a seed and you are growing that seed into the beautiful garden that is your reality. And the more that you spend your money in alignment with the life you want to live, the more you're planting seeds, the more you're planting seeds, and the more those seeds are growing and expanding to make your vision a reality. This is the art of taking aligned action. Money is action, right? There are three forms of action that we can take in this life, and it is how we choose to spend our time, our energy, and our money. And when we spend these things consciously and intentionally in alignment with what we want, then it is inevitable that we will create exactly what we want. It's simply energetic math. It's manifesting math, right? If I say I want to live an abundant life where I'm thriving and I'm free and I get to travel and I spend my time, my energy, and my money in alignment with that life, then of course I'm going to create that life. But so many of us are not spending our money in alignment because we are blind to our money. We're avoiding our money, and our money is not a conscious action that we are taking. It is unconscious. And because it is unconscious, it is just living out the patterns of not enoughness, our scarcity seeds, our beliefs about ourselves, what we're worthy of, what we're deserving of, our beliefs about the world, our fears around safety and stability, right? All of that is just panning out with our money until we bring consciousness to it. Another problem is that when we are in more scarcity around our money and we're not looking at our money, we have a tendency to like move our money in ways that isn't strategic. And maybe we're holding on to more money than we need so that we can feel safe. Maybe we are leaving money on the table. Right? Maybe someone paid you a few dollars, but you're just leaving it there. You're not conscious of it. Once upon a time, I worked with a woman who actually had a lot of money, but had a really sticky, really challenging relationship with money and felt stressed about money. And she didn't even know how much money she had, but she had envelopes of cash just sitting around. But her relationship with money was one rooted in fear and lack. So even looking at the cash and seeing like how much do I have was challenging for her. But imagine how much power you have if you actually know exactly how much money you have and you're using all of it. You're using 100% of your power. If you're not doing that, you're falling likely into the curse of stagnant money. Stagnant money is stagnant power because, again, your money is how you create your life. And if you are not wielding the power of your money and you're letting money sit in places, right? Maybe it's debt sitting on a credit card that you're just carrying along with you no matter what you do, how much you make, how hard you work, you're just carrying this debt forever, it seems. Maybe it's money in a savings account, just like piling up. Maybe it's if you have like money sitting in a Venmo account or some other account that isn't your main account. I have a story of my stagnant money, which was I had $12.77 that was paid to me. I have a affiliate agreement with a brand I love, which is called Rice Love, and I get my like backpacks and fanny packs from them. And I love this brand because when you buy a bag, the bags are made from recycled rice sacks. And when you buy a bag, they donate a bag of rice to a hungry family in need in other countries. So I love this brand and I signed up to be an affiliate with them because I love this brand. And I don't really promote this at all, but I can use my own affiliate link when I'm buying stuff. So I bought myself a new backpack almost a year ago from Rice Love because my old backpack was disheveled and used to shreds. And so they gave me a refund on my own purchase for myself through my affiliate link of $12.77. And this $12.77 was sitting in a PayPal account. And I don't very actively use PayPal, so it was just like sitting there for a long time. And I knew it was there, and I left the email unread in my inbox to remind me, okay, I got to go in and get that $12.77. And I didn't for almost a year. And honestly, I just did it recently and realized, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. I'm leaving money on the table. I am leaving money unconsciously on the table for some reason, right? Because it's only $12.77. It's not enough for me to rush and you know, get that money. But at the same time, like it's still my money. How could I be asking the universe to give me more money when the universe does give me money, I'm not wielding it. I'm not saying, "Oh my gosh, yes, thank you. Let me take this in, account it." Account for it, see it, notice it, be grateful for it, really recognize that it's here, honor it, and then decide what I'm going to do with it. Create a plan for it, create an intention for it, right? If you don't do that, then it becomes stagnant. Okay, so I had this stagnant $12.77 in my account. And so I finally went in there and said, oh my gosh, yes, transfer this to my main account. And on the same day, I also transferred $132.17 from an old investment account that I don't even use anymore. And it was hard for me to even get into the account. And I forgot I even had money in there. And, again, it's like, okay, it's not that much. It's only $132. And again, this was stagnant money that was just sitting there. So on the same day, I was finally able to get into that account and I went into my PayPal and I transferred these two amounts of money. And guess what happened? On the same day, a personal loan that I loaned somebody of uh, $900 came back in. So they paid off this personal loan in full. And somebody reached out to me seemingly randomly and said, "Hey, we'd love for you to host a workshop in our space." Right? So the second that I started moving this stagnant money, that's when money began to flow. Right? If we're being unintentional with our money, we're creating stagnancies. We are not wielding the full potential of our power. That's why it feels like money is always slipping through the cracks because we don't know what's going on. And trust me, there are holes in your boat. If you're not looking around and inspecting the boat, then there's holes in it. You got to maintain that thing if you want to stay afloat. And if we're keeping money stagnant, what we're doing is we're creating dams in the flow of the river that is money and wealth and abundance. So, how you avoid stagnancy and you activate the full flow of the current of money is by being intentional with every single dollar that you have, no matter how much you have. And that's what opens up the flow for more, right? If you don't have awareness around your money, if you don't manage or track your money, then you can't fully do this. You cannot fully do this because it's just like throwing darts at a wall in the dark. You're just guessing. You're not able to make real decisions about how to use what you have effectively, right? And this matters depending on your different mindset types. It can have a different impact on the way that you're currently using your money and the way that this could be impacting you. And you can learn more about which money mindset type you are by checking out my free quiz. What money mindset type are you really? I'll put the link in the show notes below. But if you are a relentless reacher money mindset type, how this can show up for you is always needing more money in order to take action on your vision and feeling like once I have more, then I'll be able to live the life I want to live. Then I'll be able to manifest. But this can keep you stuck on a never-ending treadmill of chasing more and more and more. Because again, if we don't know what's happening with our money and we don't know how much we actually need to live our most thriving and abundant and fulfilling lives, then we're just running blind. It's like a carrot on a string that we are chasing, and we can never get there, right? Because again, your vision has a number attached to it. And my guess is that you can actually live your vision now with less money than you think. But instead, we create this arbitrary idea that someday when I'm rich and I'm a multimillionaire, then I can have everything that I want. What if that's not true? What if you actually have enough now to really live your vision starting right now in a foundational way? And then from there, as you live your vision now, then you open up the flow for more to come in, and then you can expand more and more into your next level vision. So that's a problem you may relate to if you have a relentless reacher mindset. And if you are a volatile visionary style mindset, what this could look like for you is just avoiding money altogether and avoiding making financial decisions. And it could also look like, trusting the universe a lot and throwing a lot of money towards what feels in alignment for you, but then being faced with lots of money stress on the back end of those decisions, which again leads to a really volatile and emotional relationship with money. You may also have a fear of saying no with your money. This is especially if you're a volatile visionary, is you're like, I don't want to say no. I don't ever want to be restricted. I want to be abundant. I want to get to say yes to the life I want to live. Right? And that makes sense. Trust me, I am all for saying yes to the life you want to live. But in reality, no can be a powerful choice, right? Sometimes we get so caught up in wanting everything that we prevent ourselves from having the few most important things that we really, really want, right? We're spreading our money thin and wide instead of deciding, well, these are the most important things to me, and I'm going to use my money to prioritize those things. Something that I talk to my clients about is the idea of money being water. And if you imagine that you have this flat desert land and it rains, and all the water goes all over this flat desert land, and it's really great for a second, and then it all dries up, and that's it. And that was the use of the water. Versus if there was a river with carved river banks, right? And there was a structure to this land, and then it rains, and all that water is funneled into the river, and 100% of that water is going in the same direction. That river is powerful. It can carve canyons. It can fuel power stations and create electricity, right? Because we are condensing that water, we are condensing that power and funneling it towards what is most important. This is what happens when you bring structure to your money. When you learn to say no powerfully with your money to what is not important and learn to say yes to what is. When you learn to manage and track your money, what you are doing is you are creating the river banks. You are building that aligned structure that can then direct the flow of your money. And again, this is why managing your money is not restricting, it's actually freeing and fulfilling. And once you get over the initial fears and resistance of it, it actually becomes fun because now you have all this power that you get to wield, that you get to do something with. Now you have this river that's full of water and you get to decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to grow crops? Am I going to create power? Am I going to carve a canyon? Like, what is most important to me? And how can I make sure I am dedicating all of my effort and energy towards creating that thing? And that's why your money is such a powerful manifestation tool. And if you're not tracking your money and not aware of your money, then you're leaving your power on the table. Imagine what would happen if you wielded all of your power. If you plugged those holes that are inevitably leaking, if you made sure that every dollar you spent was a conscious and intentional decision, if you were aware of every dollar that you spent, if you knew exactly where it was going, if you knew how much you had and where it was coming in from, and you moved all of your spending in alignment with what is truly most important to you, with what you value, with what you want to prioritize, with what your vision life looks like, then of course you would manifest that vision. And you would do it faster than ever because you're putting 100% of your power into it. You're putting your full capacity to take action towards it versus like having some money go here that you're unaware of and leaving some money sitting there that you forgot about and spending this and making some of that and just having it all spread out and everywhere. What if instead it was all in one place? You knew exactly what was happening with it. You were in total control of it. You felt safe and certain and solid in it no matter what. You knew you would always be safe and solid in it no matter what. You knew where you were going. You knew what was important to you, and you moved that money intentionally and strategically in alignment with that to make it a reality. Okay? That is what happens when you learn to manage your money. Your money, when you spend it, what is happening is you are affirming the life that you want to create. By choosing what is most important rather than saying yes to everything, you are affirming this is the life I want to create with every single dollar that you spent. And here's the thing, you're already doing this. When you look around at the life you currently have, it's because of how you are already spending your money, even if it's unconsciously. With every dollar that you spend, you are affirming the life that you want to live. And as a result, you are creating it. So when you learn to manage your money, what's happening is you're actually building not only financial awareness, but also self-awareness. You're recognizing, what am I already choosing? What am I already prioritizing with my money? And then you can decide, who am I really? What do I really want? And is it in alignment with how I've been already spending, or is it different? Because when you build a financial blueprint, and that's what I'm talking about here, is building a financial blueprint. When you do that, your blueprint is your life on paper. It's not just money. Your money is a reflection of your life, right? You can see what's important to me. Okay, gym membership, organic food, entertainment, dates with my boyfriend, saving up for travel, prioritizing my business, right? Buying really high quality clothing from natural stores that are in alignment to me, right? That's what a blueprint, a financial blueprint shows you. It shows you your life on paper through the lens of your money. And once you have that level of self-awareness, of life awareness, of financial awareness, then you are totally 100% in control of your life. You can make decisions about the kind of life you want to live and wield the power of your money to make that happen. Learning to manage your money creates freedom. This is why I teach my clients how to build financial blueprints. And a blueprint is different than a budget. A budget is restricting. A budget tells you what you can't do with your money, right? That's why people don't want to do it. I get it. I don't want to be told what I can't do. I want to live a free and abundant life. Building a blueprint tells you what you can do with the money that you have. A blueprint tells you what you can do with the money that you have so that you can live your vision now instead of waiting for some distant someday that is likely never going to come. So once you've learned how to build a blueprint, once you're no longer afraid of looking at your money, afraid of managing your money, once you realize that it's actually way simpler and way easier than you think, what happens is your money stress goes away. I say that learning to manage your money reduces about 70% of your money stress instantly, even if your financial situation doesn't change, simply because now you can see what is happening. And again, that prevents the mind from wandering and prevents the imagination from going wild. And instead, you can see a clear picture. Oh, this is the situation. And then you're in control of it. You can make different decisions. You can make different choices. You can take action on it. You can do something about it, but you can only do that once you have that awareness. Okay? So you're going to eliminate money stress and you're going to feel more free than ever because you will know how to wield the power of your money to create the life you want to live. You will know how to live your vision now. You will know how to be the one in control of your life, how to consciously create the life that you want to live. And really, you will feel empowered when it comes to money. And money will get to feel fun. instead of stressful. Because it'll be like life is a game and you get to choose what you're creating and what you're doing with the money that you have. And that is so empowering to have that level of control over your life. And then, really, what it comes down to is when you learn to manage your money and you build a financial blueprint, is learning to trust yourself to make financial choices. Learning to trust yourself to make decisions with your money that support you and your growth. And I think really that's what it comes down to, is so many of us are afraid to look at our money because we don't fully trust ourselves with our money. But listen, no matter how much you avoid it, you are already using it. You use money every single day. You're already making choices with your money. You're already using your money to manifest whatever your current life is. It's already happening, no matter how much you avoid it. So why not just be the one in control of it? Why not learn how to harness and wield this power so that you can stop feeling like you never have enough and instead you can feel in control and financially free right now? So instead of feeling like you have to say no or restrict yourself or limit yourself or feel stressed because you don't have enough money and feel like you have to hustle and push and rush to make more so that someday you'll finally be safe and you'll be able to survive and live your life and actually maybe even enjoy your life if you're lucky. Instead of feeling all of that, what if you could just feel more safe and financially supported now? What if you could find the ability to say yes to the life you want to live right now with the money that you have? What if you could feel so solid and grounded and safe and confident in your finances that you actually open up the door for more money to flow? What if you could release these stagnant money blocks and instead open up the door of abundance and wield that power of your money to continue to manifest the next level expanded version of your life? And all of that is possible for you starting right now. And that's what happens when you learn to manage your money. It's not some mundane, boring game that people with not a lot of money need to do because they don't have a lot of money, so they need to manage it, or people with a lot of money need to do because they have a lot of money and need to manage it. No, it's an opportunity that you get to take advantage of right now. If you want to know the most powerful way to manifest, it is by learning to wield the power of your money. Okay. And all these money management myths that it's boring and hard and complicated, and I just don't want to do it, and it's restricting, and it's going to hold me back from living the life I want to live. All of that is not true. At least not the way that I teach money management. Money management is about you owning your power and learning to wield that power to create the kind of life that you want to live right now. It is harnessing the power of your money and stepping into your vision now so you can thrive, so that you can enjoy this life, so that you can be the one in control. Okay, and this is possible for you. It's possible for you today. So if you feel the money fear, if you fear looking at your money, if it sounds overwhelming, if you don't even know where to begin, or if you're like, Scarlett, this sounds so inspiring, I'm going to start tracking my money by myself. Awesome. And let me tell you, there are some specific ways to do it that give you a really, really clear picture of what's actually happening with your money so that you can really be in control of it. And it's not just writing your finances down, there's an art form to really getting the big picture with your money. And also getting support with this can be really valuable as well, because if you've been trained and practicing your whole entire life to avoid your money, to not manage your money, it can be a little challenging to develop this new habit and this new relationship with money, which is why in Empowered Abundance, we spend 6 months transforming your relationship with money internally and externally so that this becomes a habit. This becomes a part of your life so that you can get over kind of the sticky, more challenging aspects of it that happen when you're doing something new for the first time, when you're developing a new habit and pattern. And instead, you'll have the support to help walk you through some of that initial discomfort, some of that initial fear, how to find safety and stability in that, how to feel empowered in it, and how to make empowered decisions when it comes to your money and get through all of that so that you come out the other side and can finally feel what it feels like to feel in control of your money and to feel like money is actually fun. Managing your money is actually fun. And I'm not just saying that to say that. Nearly every single client I've ever worked with has always said that to me. No matter how stressed they feel around money when they first start to work with me, they hit a point where they're like, oh my gosh, I get it. This is what it is like to have fun managing your money. And I know that that's possible for you too, no matter how much money you have, where in the world you are, what you do for a living. I know that you can have fun when it comes to managing your money when you go through the deep transformative process that gets you there. And that's exactly what I teach in Empowered Abundance. So if you're ready to go deeper, now's the perfect time. And now is the perfect time to step fully into your power because come on, your most abundant and thriving life is right around the corner for you. What if you could have it right now simply by learning to wield the power of your money? You already have all the power. You already have all the control. You just have to learn how to wield it. There's nothing else that you need to do. You don't need to work harder. You don't need to make more. You can have all of this now. You can have all of this now. So go for it. This will change everything for you. Learning to master your money by learning to manage your money so that you can step into your next level of abundance. Enrollment is now open for the next group round of Empowered Abundance. We begin at the end of April. Are you ready to step into your next level, abundant life, to feel more free and more fulfilled with your money than ever before? I'm going to teach you how by helping you transform your relationship with money inside and out, learning to manage and master your money and heal your money mindset so that you can have a total transformation that will last for the rest of your life. Okay, if you're ready to take this next step, if you feel the call, if you're sick of waiting and feeling like money is holding you back and you're ready to wield your power and be the one in control of your life, then go ahead and book your consult at thebizhippie.com/abundance. See you next week. If you're ready to take control of your money, break free from scarcity, and step fully into your next level of abundance, then my Empowered Abundance program is here to help you do exactly that. Inside, you'll learn how to transform your relationship with money, manage it with confidence, and use it as a tool to make your vision a reality. Head to thebizhippie.com/abundance to learn more and take the first step. And if you loved this episode, let's share this message with the world. Be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and pass it on to someone who needs to hear this. Until next time, here's to abundance.